All right. Last Saturday, I asked, well, rather, on Instagram, last Saturday, I asked why I would be picking up these next two books for $1. And I'm finna answer that question. But it turns out I lied. These were only 50 cents. I'm a big fat liar, y'all. But anyway, first book is Marvel Previews number 61. Now, this is a book that I remember seeing and passing up, not thinking anything of it. And then as soon as I pass it up, I go home and I see that there's something to this book. What is it to this book? It turns out we have the, let's see, put in quotation marks, first preview image of the Blue Marvel. Okay, of Adam the Blue Marvel. I'm pretty sure there's maybe something else going on with this book. I don't know, but this is the main thing. This is the main selling point. So Marvel Previews number 61. Happy to have it. I'm happy to finally get a copy where I passed them up before. So we got that, and we have Marvel Previews number 64. Why did I pick this book up? I'm sure there's more to this book as well, but the main selling point is that it has the, I guess you can say, preview image of Shuri as Black Panther, the J. Scott Campbell cover. That's probably the main selling point. I don't know, if you get this thing graded, it's basically going to be this as your main image, and then you got to turn this thing around. So to me, it's not even worth having graded. Just just do it like this. Boom, there you go. Marvel Previews number 64. So that's why I picked these up. Not for $1, but for 50 cents. Okay, let's finish up the 50-cent books with Gen 13 Bootleg number 10. This cover, rather, is wild. Look at this. Look at this. So we have a modern bondage cover. So these chicks are being bonded up with a Hot Wheels track, and the guy's being choked out with one as he's being beaten. Okay, all right. This cover is wild. This book doesn't go for anything, but I don't know. It was just, I found it interesting enough to potentially talk about. How about that? Next up, we're rounding out the 50-cent books. There's a lot more that I probably could have bought in the 50-cent box, but you poop out after a while. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know what? I have enough. Let's focus on what I don't have. So we've got here XMen Hellbound number 1, second print. Now this is a book I do not see, haven't seen, never seen before, and the only copy, and I tried to look online to see if there were any available, and it turns out that there is only one copy. From what I tried to research, there's only one copy available, and they wanted 80, but they slashed the price in half to 40. Okay, and that's the only copy that I see that's available. It's a good looking cover, features some of our favorite X characters, and some that I don't know, couldn't give a damn about. But it's a good looking cover nevertheless. I probably should have looked at who did the cover. It's probably cover art in here. It's probably interior cover art that they use. Interior art that they use for the cover. That was probably the case here, but good looking cover nevertheless. Okay, let's get into some half off books. Let's get into some half priced books at this sale that I went to. What is this? Web Warriors number 1, 1 in 25 variant. This is a Tradmore cover. This is a book that I had my eye on for quite some time. For $25, that's a little steep, but for $12.50, perfect price. The book really doesn't. I believe this book may go for ratio, you know what I mean, for $25, and that's it. But this is a book for the future. Another book for the future, Web Warriors number 1, 1 in 25 variant. This is a Humberto Ramos cover. I'm not quite sure. Maybe his art is growing on me. Maybe his art, in my opinion, is improving. But I hated Humberto Ramos art for the longest time. I hated the way he drew feet. It looked way too cartoony to me. But and even his hand, like the way he's doing hands right there, that's looking a little cartoony. But he does very solid work, and I like this cover for $12.50. Why not? I believe like neither of these books really go for that much, but for $12.50, let's go ahead and pick it up. Avengers Forever number 1. This cover has the vibe of a store exclusive. You know what I mean? It just has that kind of vibe to it. But no, it's a retailer incentive, readily available to anyone for the most part. This is a 1 in 25. The price tag on it was $40, so we got this for $20. This is basic. This book goes up and down. Sometimes you'll see it go for $40. Sometimes you'll see it go for less than $20. This book is a roller coaster, but I like this book for the future. The price tag on it was $40, but I got this for $20. I was all over it for $20. Again, I like this book for the future. So we have the female take on, or the, I guess you can say, gender reversed take on the Avengers number 1 cover from 1963. Jane Foster Thor, She-Hulk, Riri Williams Ironheart, along with, okay, so the original Avengers number 1 cover, I believe it was Ant-Man that was more in the foreground, and the Wasp was slightly more back. That doesn't sound right. More in the background, so to speak. But we reversed it. So the Wasp is more towards the front, taking on a female version of Loki. This book is a roller coaster, but I like it for the future. This is the type of book I'll probably just kind of tuck away and forget I have. But I like this book though, and we have yet to see the MCU versions of either or any of these 3 here. So I like this book for the future. Once and Future. Speaking of the future, Once in Future, number 1, 3rd print. Once in Future, number 1, 3rd print. What did I want to say about this? This is, I forget. I totally forget. I spaced out on what I wanted to say about this. But so this was so I paid $15 for this. I'm thinking maybe I want Once in Future to be a thing, with the success of Something Is Killing the Children. Maybe this can be kind of like the next thing in Boom's arsenal, you know what I mean? And I noticed that these later printings of number 1 are kind of doing something. I think this 3rd print, it can go for $40. I've seen copies go for $80. I think those might be flukes, you know what I'm saying? But for $15, I was willing to pick it up. How about that? For $15, I was definitely willing to pick it up. Let's do some Scar, Son of the Hulk, shall we? Let's do that. So we have number 7 This is a, ooh, crap, I forget who did the art on this, but let's zoom in on the artist tag so you can see, maybe you have a better idea whose artist tag that is. But I like this cover. This is a cover I've had my eye on for quite some time, but not for $20. For $10, which is what I paid for it, absolutely. Beautiful Silver Surfer cover with Galactus in the background. Why not? Why not? Why not? Beautiful cover. And speaking of Scar, Son of Hulk, we have number 1. I believe this is a 1 in 20 variant. And the point I wanted to make about Scar, Son of Hulk number 7, I'm not quite sure if this was a cover B or an incentive or anything like that, but I was happy to find it for $10. Now here's a book that I found for $30. Scar, Son of Hulk number 1, 1 in 20 variant. This is another book that I've had my eye on, but for $60, $60 was a little steep for me, but for $30, absolutely, I was all over it, and I'm glad this book was still there at the sale. I was afraid that someone was going to pick it up, but I was there. I got there in time where no one picked it up before me, and yeah. Again, 1 in 20 variant. Boris Vallejo, Julie Bell cover, I guess, or something to that effect. It definitely looks Boris Vallejo-ish. And so I have to imagine Julie Bell did the layouts and Boris Vallejo may have painted it or something. Maybe that was the case. But anyway, good looking cover. It seems that Scar, Son of Hulk, wants to be a thing. There are rumors for Scar being in the She-Hulk TV series. That doesn't make sense because it's from what I'm understanding, the She-Hulk TV series is more like a legal comedy. So why would Scar, Son of Hulk, be in it? That legitimately doesn't make sense. But I still like this character, and where I can find a cool variant like this for $30, I'll definitely do that. Okay, we got to move on. Let's get into the dollar books. Let's get into the dollar book. All right. Seasons Beatings, number 1. This is a book. I cannot stand the cover, but this book was hot for a time. And for $1, all over it. This was $1 as well. Contest of Champions, number 1. Or rather, no. Number 7. This is a variant. Again, much like with the Scar, Son of Hulk number 7, I'm not quite sure if this was an incentive or just a cover B variant. But I like it. It has the Ultimates team. Let's run down the roster. Monica Rambeau, America Chavez, Black Panther, Carol Danvers, and Adam the Blue Marvel. With Lifebringer Galactus in the background taking on the Maestro. All right. Okay. All right. It looks kind of XMen number 1-ish. But what did I want to say about this? I don't think this book really goes for anything, but for $1, I'll definitely pick it up. As Guardians of the Galaxy, number 1, second print with movie accurate looking Nebula. All right, it's a second print. Who knows what the print run is on it? I like this cover a lot. Happy to have found it for $1. War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas, number 3, second print with beautiful, beautiful White Fox cover. I noticed this book is going for around $20, $20 to $30. This is very respectable. Star Wars, Shadows of the Empire, number 1. There's a lot of Star Wars that I probably should have picked up for half price and for $1. Again, I pooped out. I'm just like, I just started getting really cheap when like the stack was kind of getting like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, let me chill. Let's chill. Star Wars Shadow of the Empire Evolution, number 1. That was $1. Star Wars Invasion number 0. That was $1. Now here's a book that I like. I like this a lot. I love this book, as a matter of fact. So we have Amazing SpiderMan number 406. So this is the first full appearance of Lady Octopus, or rather the new Dr. Octopus, or however you want to refer to her as. And I like this book. I like it. I like female versions of male characters. I don't know. I dig it. I dig it, and I think the market digs them as well. So yeah, and I remember for a time this book maybe being worth $20. I can't imagine now, but for $1, I was all over it. Like this cover a lot. Like this book a lot. Another second print. We have Ghost Rider number 1. I believe this is from the 2019 series. That was $1. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Good looking cover. Gwenpool Strikes Back number 1 variant. And this here, I believe, from what I understand and from what I was told, this is the first cover appearance of Jeff the Landshark. You have him as a backpack, and you see a picture of him in the background. Okay. All right. So possibly the first cover appearance of Jeff the Landshark. And let's go with some blasts from Speculation Pass. So we have Guardians of the Galaxy number 24. Guardians of the Galaxy number 24. Remember when Guardians of the Galaxy and Thanos were a thing? This book was really hot at the time. That was $1. And this was $1 as well. I don't know why. I couldn't pass either of these up. Guardians of the Galaxy number 25 with Thanos on the cover. And last but not least, Edge of Spider-Geddon number 1 with Spider-Punk on the cover. All right, so that's my haul. These are the books that I picked up from the sale that I went to. Thank you guys for watching. Follow me on Instagram, and we'll see that as next time. All right, bye.